Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we have something a little bit different on the channel, and that is the Kia Carnival. Now, just a little bit of history behind the Kia Carnival and the current generation minivan itself. Now, the Carnival came out in its current generation for the 2022 model year here in North America. This replaced the Kia Sedona nameplate, which I believe originated somewhere in the early 2000s as a Kia minivan and lasted for a few generations, like I said, until this current generation minivan or multi-purpose vehicle was released by Kia. Now, the current generation Carnival definitely offers more mature styling, similar to that of larger SUVs and three-row SUVs currently on the market, because there are buyers out there that don't necessarily like some of the traditional minivan styling, and I have to say the Carnival definitely disguises the minivan package quite well and resembles a very mature grown-up look while not losing any of the minivan functionalities such as the third row seating, just the overall passenger and cargo volume inside, and a lot of the nice amenities as well. And before you guys go clicking off this video saying this is a clickbait title, this is not a 2024 minivan, you are correct. This is a 2023 Carnival LX with seat package. However, I went on Kia's press website, make sure nothing changed in this exact package for 2024. So this is exactly what you're going to be getting, color, interior, everything like that. So nothing has changed for this exact trim level for 2024. But in terms of pricing, there was a small price increase for this vehicle. That was a $100 MSRP, which to me is really not a price increase to even be considered, because typically year over year there are at least several $100s, if not several thousands of dollars. So it's awesome to see that Kia is keeping the pricing consistent from year to year and really not changing anything, as this vehicle is likely to go through a mid-cycle refresh here for maybe the 2025 model year. Now lastly, before we get into walking around this vehicle, behind me, the pricing information for 2024, this LX with seat package now starts at $36,565, including destination. So a very compelling package, especially when we get into the inside and see what the feature amenities are with the base LX with the seat package, which offers a very spacious 8-seat configuration. So with all that information in mind, let's not waste any more time. Take a look at this Kia Carnival behind me, see what it has to offer for just under $37,000, and also see how the seats and the synthetic leather is holding up over about 14,000 miles. So I apologize due to the change of location, but I did need to move due to audio reasons. So that is why we are in a new location. But anyways, the Carnival in front of us is finished in the red flare metallic exterior with the saddle brown black two-tone leatherette interior. Very unique color combination, not something you would expect on a more basic trim level in my opinion, but great to see that Kia is offering that on the Carnival, and this definitely packs a value in terms of the bang for the buck. But anyways, up front of the Carnival, everyone will feature LED headlamps. Now the LX and some of the lesser trims will have the LED reflectors, and the upper trims will get the LED projector headlights. You have the unique shape LED daytime ring light in this portion right here with the incandescent turn signal in that center portion. Gloss black metallic grille with a little bit of silver accent trim on the lower section. There is the newer Kia logo finished in the same silver. I believe this debuted for the 2022 model year across the board. I think this is a huge upgrade versus the older Kia logo, but I know it has gotten some controversy depending on who you ask due to the way the letters are shaped and how it is read. And the lower front bumper does feature more of the silver accent trim. Very premium touches in my opinion. No fog lights or anything like that, but the LED headlamps are certainly a huge upgrade over that of standard halogens. You do have a little air curtain design to help direct air around the wheel wells for better aerodynamics and fuel efficiency. Coming around to the side of the Carnival, you don't have any matte black trim around the wheel arches, which typically you don't see on minivans, but you do have a little bit of that plastic on the lower doors that wraps into the rear bumper as well. Now coming to the wheels and tires, these are going to be the standard LX silver painted alloy wheel. These are 17-inch in size and wrapped in 235, 55, 17-inch Nexen Rodian GTX all-season tires. So I believe these are the OE tire, but I can't verify that for 100% given that this is a vehicle that does have 14,000 miles on it. Gloss black A-pillar with the gloss black trim on the lower section of the mirror caps. Body color upper, and you can see it does have LED turn signal integration, but no cameras or puddle lights on this particular one. The mirrors are going to be heated, and it does have blind spot detection. Along the side of the vehicle, you'll find a lot of nice features and amenities, including proximity entry on all 4 doors. So the front doors as well as the rear sliding doors all have proximity entry for easier access, and the rear doors are going to be power sliding as well, which is a huge feature, of course, for a minivan like this, is easy access and the power functionality for the rear doors. Tinted windows out back, more of that silver trim around the C pillar, and then you have the matte black plastic on the B pillar between the 2 front doors. No roof rails or sunroof on this particular vehicle, but you can see it does have the body color shark fin antenna out back. And coming to the rear of the Kia Carnival, you do have that silver accent trim that wraps around the window. As you can see, it gives it a very unique styling element. Incandescent lighting on this particular trim with the running light as well as the brake light up top. And I believe the turn signals and reverse lights are in this clear portion right here. More of the silver accent trim. This does have rear parking sensors. Great to see again on this particular price point and trim level. There's your rear backup camera with the newer Kia logo as well integrated into the lighting assembly. But as a whole, pretty basic rear end. You do not have a power liftgate on the LX, unfortunately, but you do get that equipment as you step up to the EX and higher. But yeah, as a whole, I think the Kia Carnival looks more SUV-esque in terms of the minivan landscape than some of the other competitors, and it really is an overall attractive design. So let's go ahead and take a look at the window sticker on this particular one, see how it is equipped, and then we'll dive onto the interior. So take a look at the window sticker of an equivalent LX with the seat package. This is a very nice trim level, like I mentioned. The LX comes very well equipped with many of the Hyundai Kia safety systems, such as the lane keeping assist, the blind spot detection, the forward collision avoidance assist. This one is only a camera-based system, being the base LX, being that it doesn't have adaptive cruise control and some of the other advanced functionalities. But it has things like lane follow assist, lane keeping assist, allow the nice driver assistance technology. Now the seat package does add the 8-seat configuration. It adds the leatherette synthetic leather interior, the 8-way power driver's seat, the leather-wrapped steering wheel, as well as the heated front seats, which overall is a very good value in my opinion, and definitely worth adding to an LX particular trim level. Now taking a look on the interior of the Carnival, like I said, this color combination is very nice. I think the red and the brown accents definitely go very well together. Starting out here on the door panel, you do have a soft touch textured upper section, soft touch armrest and back portion right here. I believe that is all part of the seat package that this particular one has, but material usage is very nice. This may seem like a gloss black trim, but it's more satin, so it's definitely not shiny. You have your power windows, mirrors, and locks with automatic driver's side window. There's your satin chrome door handle pull with a little bit of that gray accent running across there. A ton of lower storage here in the door panel with a good bottle holder in the front section. There's of course the standard speaker grill. This one does only have the 6-speaker audio. You do get a nicer audio system depending on the trim level that you choose. This one also does have the illuminated Carnival door sill plates, which are typically an accessory depending on your options. So very cool to see that. Coming to the driver's seat, this does have the power driver's seat with 2-way power lumbar. And there's your two-tone leatherette seating surfaces with the perforations in the center. And there's a look at the dashboard. You can see the upper section is the black, including the steering wheel, and the lower section is the brown accents. And speaking of the overall condition of the seat, like I said, this van does have just over 14,000 miles on it, and there is very little wrinkling, just a little bit here on this black, but overall the seat itself looks like it's holding up very well. So that is great to see. I believe Hyundai and Kia use the very similar H-Tex or Syntex leatherette interior, so I believe the materials itself are very similar, and it is very plush. So good to see that the seats are holding up very well, but let's go ahead and step on the inside. We'll go ahead and start it up. So immediately stepping inside the LX, you're going to find the more basic interior offered for the Carnival. But once again, this is still very nice, especially for the price point that it's at. Here with the gauge cluster, you have the mostly analog gauge cluster with your speedometer on the right, tachometer on the left, and the gas as well as the overall temperature gauges in the respective sides as well. In the center, you have a 4.2-inch color display, which is controlled on the right side of the steering wheel. So it displays a lot of the same useful information, your digital speed readout, odometer, some of your lane keeping systems, ambient air temperature, gear selection, and you can control some of the driver assistance and overall vehicle settings from there as well. So very handy display, just a little bit on the smaller side, but once again, this is the entry-level Carnival for the lineup. Now, as far as the steering wheel goes, it does have the leather-wrapped steering wheel as well as the shift knob as part of the seat package. You have the nice new Kia emblem in the center with the gloss black accents, including the spoke at the bottom. You have your audio multimedia controls here on the left side. Cruise control does not have smart cruise control, so normal cruise control, but it does have lane follow assist, lane keeping assist, and most of the other safety systems that are offered. Automatic headlights with auto high beam assist on the left. On the right, you have your normal wiper stock that does control the front and rear wiper. To the left of the steering column, you have your gauge illumination, lane keeping assist on off, traction control off. There is your power left and right door control as well, and you can turn the power door functionality off via that button right there. So as soon as that illuminates, that means the power door function is off, and then you press it one more time and that will turn the power doors back on. Now, one thing that does impress me across the entire dashboard is the kind of faux stitching here and the soft touch materials with the silver accent trim on the lower side of the AC vents. I think as a whole, the dashboard looks very premium. And again, for the mid $30,000 price point, I think this is a very acceptable interior, and one that doesn't use a lot of gloss black accents, which is a huge thumbs up from me, that there is very little gloss black, if any, used throughout the interior. Heck, I think this might be the most gloss black looking around that is used on the inside. But anyways, coming over to the infotainment system, this is the standard 8-inch screen, which does feature wireless Android Auto, wireless Apple CarPlay, Sirius XM, AM, FM, USB, Bluetooth inputs. I don't believe this has the Uvo app connect via the smartphone functionality, but if you get the larger 12.3-inch screen, it definitely has that functionality. And overall, like I said, there's no gloss black accents here around the screen itself, so no fingerprints, even though these are still touch-sensitive buttons on either side, but I would much rather have it laid out like this with the kind of matte black accents instead of the gloss black found across many other Hyundai Kia vehicles. You have a volume knob and power knob on the left with your tune and enter on the right. You have a dual zone climate control, so a single zone in the front, a single zone for rear passengers. They are both manual controlled, but as you can see, this knob right here and this toggle right here controls the front and rear respectively. You can turn the rear on and off, as well as lock out rear occupants from changing it. 3 USB-A ports in this lower section right here with the 2 charge on the outside, data and charge on the center, and there's a good amount of additional storage space in here as well. Now you might be wondering, where is a 12-volt outlet? Well, there is a plug here on the passenger side on the lower console, which leads me to believe that there may be a 12-volt offered in upper trim levels of this van, but there is going to be a 12-volt outlet located in the rear as well, which we'll get to in a second if you do need that outlet. There's your gear selection. Like I said, it is leather wrapped. You have your drive mode select with the Eco, Sport, Smart, and Normal drive mode, so several different to choose from. Electronic parking brake, automatic hold, heated front seats as part of the seat package. Rear parking sensors off. You can pull up the rear backup camera from here as well, just like many other Hyundai Kias on the market. Nice soft touch brown accented lid here for the console. A good amount of storage inside. There's no ports or lights, which is a little bit of a bummer, but like I said, there are some in the rear section and a little bit of additional storage space in this front part right here. So overall, the front seat is very nice. Taking a look at the headliner, it does have the light gray or beige headliner, I should say. Overhead vanity lighting, manual dimming rear view mirror. There's your lighting controls as well as the overall passenger airbag sensor. This does not have LED lighting, unfortunately, so it's just incandescent of kind of fading on and off animations, but pretty basic up here. Too bad there is no sunglasses holder, but as a whole, very nice interior here as far as the LX with seat package goes. Let's go ahead and jump into the rear seat because there are several amenities out there that definitely are worth mentioning. So take a look at the rear. As you can see, immediately the power sliding doors on both sides. And this is the 8-seat configuration, so you have 3 in the second row, 3 in the third row, and a very spacious interior throughout. Here, as far as the seat controls go, you have a one-touch fold for the back right here. There's your armrest that you can put down here on the outside. And if you want to access the third row via a one-touch per se, simply pull that forward. That will slide the seat forward, and then you have plenty of room to access the third row seating with the seat slid up just like that. So very nice. It's not electronic, but I'm sure that is going to be offered or available on some of the upper trim levels. There's your grab handle to get inside. So we'll go ahead and step inside. If you want to close the door, it's right here on the B pillar. Here's a quick look at the dashboard. And out back of the Carnival LX with seat package, you do have your 12-volt outlet, like I mentioned, with 2 additional cup holders in this upper section right here. This is a good slot to keep a smartphone or something like that. USB-A charge ports on both of the front seats, much like that of the Hyundai Palisade. Matte pockets on both of them as well. Additional storage space down here in this console. And all 3 of these seats do slide independently. So there's a little lever on the bottom. If you want to slide the seat forward or back, you can see the seat does move back. This one does move forward and back as well via the lever. So you can pretty much adjust these seats how you wish. offer a little bit more legroom to the middle occupant due to the center console, or basically just adjust how you would like. It's very flexible, and the seat does fold down as well in the center via this lever. And that will fold it down and offer you 2 additional cup holders and 2 additional phone slots for that, as well as additional storage space or just a little bit of work area on the side. Now your second row climate controls are located right here on the passenger side rear. AC vents for both the second and third row occupants, as well as overhead lighting. And there is going to be the ultrasonic rear occupant alert for second row, as well as the third row occupants just above the headrest back there. So tons of sensors throughout, very well equipped vehicle, and as a whole, a very comfortable, spacious interior. Like I said, these seats are very nice. I think they're going to be an upgrade over the standard cloth. And you can see the materials on the doors do follow through. So you have the kind of gray metallic around the door handle pull, no gloss black plastic. You do have a little bit of a bottle storage right there on either door. Just as a whole, very nice and spacious interior. Let's go ahead and take a look at the third row seats, see how much space is offered back there. Does lock into a more forward position, it does look like. As far as the third row amenities go, this is going to be all hard touch plastics, but it is color coordinated to the interior color that you choose. USB-A ports for both sides, which is extremely nice, again, to keep your devices charged up. 2 cup holders, as you can see, with another storage pocket in front. And there's the headrest, which can flip up or slide down rather. But you can put 3 people across if needed, but it would be a little bit tight, I will have to say. But in terms of legroom, plenty of legroom for the third row. Your AC vents up top, which you can adjust as usual. And overall, the amount of headroom is, I have at least, a good 1 to 2 inches of headroom for the third row. And even this window itself is quite large. So I would say if you're traveling, need a ton of space for up to 8 people, minivan like this is definitely the way to go. Now take a look at the back of the Carnival. Now unfortunately, this particular one and trim level does not have a power liftgate, but that is going to be standard on the EX and higher. In terms of storage, this does have the stow and go, if you will, rear third row seats. I forget exactly what they call it, but you can fold those down into this portion right here and have a completely flat load floor for the third row seats. There's the OEM carpeted floor mats as well. You have another 12-volt outlet on the right side of the vehicle, and a good amount of storage space here on the left side. You can see 2 large cubbies that you can fit and store items in. But as a whole, like I said, very spacious interior. And if you need cargo capacity as far as hauling items inside, fold both the rows of seats down. You can remove the second row seats if needed as well. So overall, just a ton of storage capacity. And if you need to throw a big 75, 85-inch TV in here, I'm sure that is not going to be a problem inside. Now finally, wrapping it up here on the passenger front seat. All the door materials and seating surfaces are going to be the same. Obviously, you do only have a 4-way manual seat, so no height adjustment on this side. There's a better look at the dashboard with kind of the faux stitching up top. It is a soft touch material. Glove box is going to be damped. It does not have a light inside, but is a very useful size. And there's a little bit of additional storage on the side of the center console. But that's a look on the inside of the Carnival LX. Let's go ahead and take a look under the hood, see what powers this minivan, and I'll go ahead and wrap up this video. Now under the hood of the Kia Carnival, you're gonna find the 3.3 liter naturally aspirated V6 engine, which puts out 290 horsepower and 263 pound-feet of torque through the front wheels only, as all-wheel drive is not offered with this vehicle. That's going to be paired to an 8-speed torque-converted automatic transmission, so a very traditional naturally aspirated V6 engine paired to an 8-speed torque-converted auto. It does haul around or move around the Carnival without any issues. I drove this vehicle up to this location, and I have to say, for being a minivan, it's very powerful. It does quite well and has up to a 3,500-pound towing capacity when properly equipped with the hitch and everything like that. So if you do need to occasionally haul a boat, smaller in size, single axle trailer, everything like that, then the Kia Carnival can definitely do that. However, if you're looking to tow a little bit more weight with a vehicle that has similar capabilities in terms of passenger and cargo capacity, then you're probably going to want to look at something like the Kia Telluride or Hyundai Palisade, which can offer 8 rows or 8 passenger seating and can tow up to 5,000 or 5,500 pounds, depending on if you get the Telluride with the X Pro package and everything like that. But as a whole, still a very capable minivan and really no issues with the power. So that's going to do it for this video on the 2023/2024 Kia Carnival LX with seat package. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and or found something helpful. If you did, please hit that like button below. It greatly helps out the channel on these videos. Subscribe if you guys are not already subscribed, and make sure to stay tuned and check out other content I have currently on available as far as 2024 model year changes, as well as 2024 model year walkarounds from various makes and models, including now Kia vehicles. So very cool to see this. If you guys want to see any other Kia models in particular, leave a comment down below, and also let me know your thoughts on the Kia Carnival. Do you happen to own one? Are you looking at purchasing one? And I guess what's your reasoning in terms of going for a minivan versus the SUV? Overall, I think the minivan offers a lot more space on the inside in terms of passenger and cargo volume, but obviously you are losing the cool factor of a traditional SUV such as that of the Kia Telluride or the Hyundai Palisade. Those definitely look very nice on the outside, and definitely the way I would lean, but I totally understand getting a minivan just for the overall capability that it offers and the ergonomics and everything like that. I think if you have a large family, a minivan is probably the way to go versus that of a larger or mid-sized three-row SUV such as those. I really do think this is a very value-oriented trim level with a ton of nice amenities, including the seat package. I would probably option that myself if I was looking at one, just to get things like the heated front seats, the leather-wrapped steering wheel, and the H-Tex or the synthetic leather from Hyundai and Kia. I think it is very nice. And as you can see, the seats themselves are holding up very well, considering this is 14,000 miles in, and you really can almost not even tell that there has been any wear and tear on the seats themselves. So as a whole, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And as always, I hope to see you guys in the next one.